This is going to blow your mind. So many facts you think you know about science are actually myths. What if I told you that some of the things you've believed your whole life about food, health, and even your daily habits are totally wrong? Let's kick things off with a classic: bananas. Most people think bananas are a natural fruit, but here's the twist. They're a man-made hybrid, carefully crafted through generations of selective breeding. And what about carrots? Ever heard that eating carrots gives you superhuman night vision? That fact was actually a clever World War II propaganda trick by the British Royal Air Force to keep their radar technology a secret. We're surrounded by so-called facts that sound scientific, but just aren't true. Like the idea that you need to drink 8 glasses of water every day, or that shaving makes your hair grow back thicker. Scientists have busted these myths wide open, yet they still stick around in our everyday lives. So how do we separate real science from fiction? Today, we're putting on our myth-busting goggles and diving deep into the origins of these popular misconceptions. Get ready to discover the real science hiding behind the stories. From the foods you eat to the habits you follow, you'll be amazed at how many of your routines are based on outdated or just plain wrong information. The truth? It's often stranger and way more interesting than the myth. By the end of this video, you'll have a whole arsenal of science facts to wow your friends at trivia night, and you'll start seeing the world with fresh, curious eyes. Imagine being the one who can bust myths and share the real story behind everyday beliefs. You get a nasty cold, go to the doctor, and hear, "Sorry, it's a virus. Antibiotics won't help." It's a common scenario, but why exactly is that the case? Here's why. Bacteria and viruses are totally different. Bacteria are single-celled organisms that can live independently. Bacteria are living cells with walls. Antibiotics attack those walls and kill them. They can reproduce on their own and thrive in various environments. Viruses? They're not really alive. They don't have cell walls or the machinery to reproduce by themselves. They're just genetic code, wrapped in protein, hijacking your cells to make more viruses. They need a host to replicate. Antibiotics are useless against viruses, like trying to fix a computer virus with a hammer. It's a completely different problem requiring a different solution. Worse, taking antibiotics for a virus can breed antibiotic-resistant bacteria, making real infections harder to treat. This is a growing global health concern. So next time you have a cold, remember, only your immune system or antivirals can help, not antibiotics. Rest, fluids, and over-the-counter remedies are your best bet. Save antibiotics for when you really need them. Misusing them can have serious consequences. It's not just about you, it's about protecting medicine for everyone. Don't train the enemy. We all have a role in this fight. Let your body fight the ghost in the machine. Trust your immune system and use antibiotics wisely. Shaving makes hair grow back thicker and darker, right? Actually, no. When you shave, you cut the hair at its thickest point, leaving a blunt tip. As it grows out, it feels rougher and looks darker, but it's just an illusion. The follicle under your skin, the real factory, doesn't change at all. Studies show shaved and unshaved hair grow back the same. It's like trimming a tree's leaves. The trunk stays the same. So shave away. Your hair isn't getting thicker. The stubble is just a trick of perception. Your razor isn't magic. Science wins over myth. The 8 glasses a day rule is everywhere, but it's not a scientific law. It started as a guideline for total water intake, including food and other drinks. Fruits, veggies, even coffee all count toward hydration. Your real water needs depend on your body, activity, and climate. Thirst is your body's built-in hydration sensor. Trust it. If your urine is light yellow, you're probably fine. Don't stress about hitting a magic number. Listen to your body, not a rule. Hydration is personal, not one size fits all. Drink when you're thirsty. Simple as that. If you love busting science myths, hit subscribe like this video, and stay tuned for more eye-opening facts. Sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, the classic 5 senses, right? Not even close. These are just the tip of the sensory iceberg. That list comes from Aristotle, but modern science says we have at least 20 senses. Yes, 20. Touch alone includes pressure, vibration, heat, and cold, each a separate sense. Imagine how complex our skin is, acting as a multi-sensory organ. There's equilibrioception, balance, proprioception, body awareness, nociception, pain, thermoception, temperature, and interoception, internal state. Each of these senses plays a crucial role in our daily lives. Your brain tracks your limbs, senses hunger, and keeps you upright, all with different systems. It's like having an internal GPS and a health monitor rolled into one. The 5 senses are just the start. Our sensory world is far richer and more intricate. We're far more complex than that old model suggests. Our senses work together to create a seamless experience of the world. Next time someone says 5 senses, you can set the record straight. Tell them about the many ways we perceive and interact with our environment. You're a walking, sensing supercomputer. Every moment, your body is processing a vast array of sensory information. Aristotle was smart, but science has moved on. Embrace your extra senses and marvel at the complexity of human perception. Microwaves use radiation, but not the scary kind. There are two types: ionizing, like X-rays, which can damage DNA, and non-ionizing, like microwaves and radio waves. Microwaves are non-ionizing. They can't make food radioactive or change its atoms. They just make water molecules vibrate, creating heat. Your food cooks from the inside out, but nothing dangerous lingers. Once the oven stops, the waves are gone. No radioactivity, no mutant leftovers. It's just a fast, efficient way to heat food. The only thing nuked is your hunger. Science says microwave away. Ever heard that bulls go wild at the sight of red? Well, that's a classic myth. Let's bust it. Bulls are actually colorblind to red. Their world is painted in shades of yellow, blue, and gray. No fiery red in sight. So if you dropped a red cape on the ground, a bull would probably just ignore it. No rage, no drama. Here's the twist. What really gets a bull charging is movement, not color. The matador's flashy waving, snapping, and flicking, that's what grabs the bull's attention. Like a giant flag saying, "Hey, look at me!" Fun fact. Scientists have tested bulls with blue, white, and even polka dot capes. The bulls charged every moving one. Color didn't matter. So why the red cape? It's all for show, to wow the human audience, not the bull. Bulls don't see red. They see a moving threat and react to the action, not the color. It's all about the motion show, not a color showdown. The red cape is a tradition, kept alive by spectacle, not science. Next time you see a bullfight, remember, it's not the color, it's the choreography. Ever seen those no cell phones at the pump signs and wondered if your phone could really blow up a gas station? Here's the truth. There's not a single confirmed case of a cell phone causing a gas station explosion, anywhere ever. Cell phones just don't pack enough electrical punch to ignite gasoline fumes. In fact, your phone's radio waves are way too weak to spark anything. Scientists have tried over and over to make phones set off fires and flammable vapor. Result? Nada. No explosions, no drama. But here's the real plot twist. The actual danger is static electricity. That little zap you get from sliding out of your car, that's the real fire starter. A tiny static spark can ignite gas fumes, while your phone just sits there totally innocent. So why the scary signs? Back in the early cell phone days, people worried about sparks from old, clunky batteries. But modern phones? No risk. Want to stay safe? Touch metal before you fuel up to zap away static. Stay outside your car and you're golden. So next time you're at the pump, remember, your phone isn't the villain. Static is. Myth busted. Science wins. At first glance, Earth looks like a flawless blue marble. Smooth, round, and perfect. But look closer, and you'll see our planet is more like a slightly squished ball, shaped by cosmic forces. As Earth spins, it's like a figure skater twirling with arms outstretched. The faster the spin, the more the middle bulges. This rotation pushes out at the equator, making Earth an oblate spheroid, wider at the waist, flatter at the poles. The difference is real. About 42 kilometers. That's why Mount Chimborazo, near the equator, edges out Everest as the farthest point from Earth's center. And here's a twist. Gravity is a bit weaker at the equator, thanks to that outward push from spinning. But Earth's not just squashed, it's bumpy. Mountains, trenches, and shifting masses make our planet's surface lumpy and wild. To map this wild shape, scientists use the geoid, a model that reveals Earth's true, uneven form, more potato than marble. The blue marble? That's a beautiful illusion. In reality, we live on a planet that's squashed, lumpy, and endlessly fascinating. Science always reveals a messier, more marvelous world than we ever imagined. Eat your carrots for night vision. It's a classic, but mostly a myth. Carrots have vitamin A, which is essential for healthy eyes, but eating more won't give you superhuman sight. The myth exploded during World War II, when the British spread it as a cover for their new radar technology. The story fooled the public and the enemy. If you eat a balanced diet, you already get enough vitamin A. Extra carrots won't turn you into a cat. The real power here? Propaganda, not nutrition. Carrots keep your eyes healthy, but don't expect night vision goggles. Sometimes the best stories aren't true. Ready for a banana bombshell? Bananas don't actually grow on trees. Nope, not even close. That trunk you see? It's a clever fake-out called a pseudostem. Just layers and layers of tightly packed leaves, not a single bit of wood in sight. If you sliced it open, you'd find it looks more like a giant leek than a tree. No rings, just leafy layers. Here's the twist. Bananas are actually the world's largest herb. That's right, herb, not tree. Each banana plant grows super fast, makes fruit just once, then, plot twist, dies back, letting a brand new shoot pop up from the underground corm. Unlike trees that stick around for years, banana plants are speedy, short-lived giants. Herbs on a mission. So next time you peel a banana, remember, you're munching on the fruit of a massive, record-breaking herb. Nature loves to mess with our minds and break the rules. Bananas are proof. And here's a wild fact. Bananas are actually in the same family as grass. So technically, you're eating the world's biggest grass fruit. Mind blown yet? 10 science myths. Busted! From antibiotics to bananas, we've seen how common knowledge can be totally wrong. Hopefully, you've got some new facts to share and a new way to look at the world. Which myth surprised you most? Let us know in the comments. Got another science myth for us to tackle? Drop it below. If you loved this, hit subscribe and ring the bell for more myth-busting adventures. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious.